No need to apologize. I'm still
Hello
here.
and
What
Assalamualaikum
happened?
viewers. My name is Swiper Zaningwali and I am a foundation level student at Rehan School, Islamabad, Barco campus. As you know, I always come with different Maya session or different topic, and I am back. And today my Maya session topic is thank you. So let's start. So Maya, my first question is, what does thank you mean?
Wait, you just started the recording. Let's start over. I'll be ready to answer your first question this time.
My first question is, what does thank you mean?
At its simplest, thank you is how we acknowledge that someone did something kind for us. It's like a little social bridge that tells the other person, I see what you did, and it mattered to me. What makes it so interesting is that it's not just about the favor itself, it's about recognizing the other person's effort. Would you like to know how the phrase actually evolved over time?
No.
Did that click?
Okay, my next question is, why is saying thank you important?
Because it changes the energy of an interaction. When you thank someone, you're essentially saying their time and effort have value. It turns a simple transaction into a human connection, which makes people feel seen and appreciated. Plus, it's contagious. Gratitude usually makes people want to be even kinder. What other angle should we explore for this?
Okay, Maya, so my next question is, when should you say thank you?
Pretty much whenever someone goes out of their way for you, regardless of how small the gesture is. But it's not just about the big things. Think about the person who holds the door open or the colleague who catches a mistake on your paper before you hit send. Those micro moments are where thank you really shines. Want to dive into some specific examples of when it's most powerful?
Okay, Maya, so my next question is, what do you think the most?
I think I missed a word there. What was the rest of that question?
Okay, my next question is, how does saying thank you show respect?
Absolutely, it does. It shows that you don't take the other person for granted, and that's a huge part of showing respect. It's like telling them, I value you. What else do you have on your list for this session?
Okay, nice. My next question is, what does saying thanks to, what are different ways to speak thank you? Say thank you.
Oh, there's so many ways to do it depending on who you're talking to. If you're with friends, you can keep it casual with a quick thanks or thanks a bunch. When you want to be more heartfelt, something like, I really appreciate it, or I can't thank you enough hits a different note. And for those really professional moments, much appreciated or I'm very grateful works perfectly. Want to know how to say it in a few different languages to give your viewers some global options?
Okay, nice. My next question is, why do people appreciate gratitude?
Because it validates them. Everyone wants to feel like their effort was worth it. And when you say thank you, you're confirming that it was. It's basically a tiny positive feedback loop that makes them feel helpful and appreciated. What do you have next on your list?
Okay, nice. My next question is, how can thank you make someone smile?
A genuine thank you can totally flip someone's mood. It's that feeling of being noticed. When someone realizes their small act of kindness actually landed, it's like a little burst of happiness for them. It turns a regular day into a good one. What's next?
My next question is, what is the difference between thanks and thank you?
I think you might have missed a word in that one. What was that first part again?
Okay, nice. My next question is, can thank you improve the relationship?
Definitely. It's like adding fuel to a friendship. When you consistently acknowledge the small things someone does for you, it builds a layer of trust and security in the relationship. It tells the other person I'm paying attention and I value you, which makes them feel safe and appreciated. Over time, that transforms a casual connection into something much deeper. What's your next question?
My next question is, why should children learn to say thank you?
Because it teaches them empathy from the start. It helps kids realize that other people are putting in effort for them, which shifts their perspective from I deserve this to I appreciate this. Plus, it's a great way for them to start building those social bonds with the people around them.
Okay, nice. My next question is, how do parents teach graduate?
Wait, teach graduates?
Yeah.
That doesn't sound right. What exactly do you mean by that? I'm still not quite following. So, are you talking about how teachers handle graduation, or maybe something about what graduates should do once they finish school?
Okay, and did you last say thank you?
And that's a wrap. I hope your viewers love the session. Talk soon.
Okay, nice. My next question is, who deserves to thank you today? Thanks today.
So, are we still recording? If we are, a new student is the perfect person to thank. They're walking into a whole new world, and a simple thank you for their help, or even just for joining the class, can make them feel like they actually belong there instead of just being the new kid.
Okay, nice. My next question is, how does graduate affect happiness?
Wait, is that part of the gratitude session? I'm a little lost here. Are we still talking about the effects of saying thank you, or have we shifted to a new topic?
Okay, nice. My next question is, can saying thank you reduce stress?
I'm back on track. Absolutely, it does. There's actually a known connection between gratitude and stress relief. When you shift your focus to things you're grateful for, it tells your brain you're safe and supported, which can, it's basically a way of quieting the noise and focusing on the good stuff.
Okay, nice. My next question is, why do teachers appreciate your thank you notes?
Yeah, I caught that. What else is on the agenda for this one?
Service and taxi driver.
Don't be sorry. Was that something for the recording, or are you just taking a second to breathe?
Okay, so my next question is, can saying thank you?
Yeah?
What is thank you card?
Basically, a physical version of gratitude. It's a small card where you write a personal note to let someone know you appreciate them. Since it's a real object they can hold on to, it feels more permanent and thoughtful than a text, and it becomes a little keepsake of that connection.
Okay, nice. My next question is, why should you thank the teachers? Your teachers?
Because they spend so much of their own energy on other people's growth. It's a tough job with a lot of behind-the-scenes stress. And a simple thank you reminds them that their hard work is actually making a difference. It turns their effort into something that feels seen.
Okay,
What's the next one on your list?
My next question is, why should you thank healthcare workers?
Because they're basically the unsung heroes of the daily grind. They deal with some of the most stressful, exhausting parts of being human every single day, often with very little sleep.
Okay.
A simple thank you is like a quick recharge for them. It's a reminder that they aren't just a cog in a machine, but a person whose care actually changes someone's life. What's next on the list?
My next question is, how do you think someone forgive?
Ouch. That one feels a little different. Are we still in interview mode, or is this something you're actually feeling right now?
Okay, nice. My next question is, what make a thank you sincere?
It's all about the specifics. A sincere thank you doesn't just say thanks. It says why. Instead of a generic thanks for the help, it's thank you for staying late to help me finish this. That's where the magic is, because it proves you were actually paying attention to what they did. I'm ready for the next one.
My next question is, can body language express gratitude?
100%. Sometimes a look is worth more than words. A genuine smile, a nod of the head, or even just a soft look in the eyes can communicate gratitude way before you ever open your mouth. It's those small, nonverbal cues that make the thank you feel real.
Okay, guys, my next question is, what is gratitude?
Stop it. You're making me blush. I just like being a part of these sessions. Now, what else do you have for the viewers?
Okay, nice. My next question is, how are gratitude and kindness connected?
Hold on, I'm a little lost on that one. Are those the names of people at your school, or maybe some specific terms you're using for your project? Give me a hint.
My next question is, why do businesses thank their customer?
Because it turns a transaction into a relationship. Think about it. Nobody wants to feel like just another order number or a credit card swipe. When a business says thank you, it's a way of acknowledging the human on the other end. It builds loyalty, and honestly, it's the difference between a customer who comes back and one who just forgets you exist the second they leave the store.
Okay, nice. The next one is, how do employers thank their co-workers?
You mean why businesses should thank their workers?
Yeah.
Because that's how you keep a team from burning out. When a boss actually notices the hard work, people stop feeling like cogs in a machine and start feeling like they actually matter. It's the difference between someone just punching a clock and someone actually giving a damn. What else you got?
My next one is, can gratitude improve mental health?
I think you mean gratitude. It absolutely does. When you focus on gratitude, you're training your brain to look for the good stuff instead of spiraling on the bad. It's like a mental reset that lowers stress and makes you feel more connected to the world. What else is on the list?
My next question is, how does gratitude help families?
It's a shift from gratitude, but it's a good one. When a community looks out for families, it turns a neighborhood into a support system. Whether it's a neighbor helping with childcare or a local food bank during a tough month, those connections make families feel less alone. It's basically the difference between just living next to someone and actually having someone to lean on. I'm curious what's next on the agenda.
Yeah, my next question is, why should we thank nature?
Ooh, taking the session outdoors. I love that. It's about acknowledging that we're part of something much bigger than ourselves, whether it's the shade of a tree on a hot day or just the way the air feels. Like acknowledging nature's generosity keeps us grounded. It's a way of saying, I see you and I'm grateful you're here. What's next on your list?
Yeah, my next question is, why should we thank farmers?
Whoops, I think the recording cut a few words out of that one. I think you mean why should we thank farmers,
Yeah.
right? That's a huge one, because they're the reason we even have food on our tables.
Okay, nice. My next question is, why should we thank soldiers?
Because they take on a level of risk that most of us can't even imagine. It's a massive sacrifice of their time and comfort to keep others safe. So acknowledging that probably means the world to them. What else do we have on the list?
My next question is, why should we thank fighters?
Wait, do you mean firefighters? I'm assuming so. And if you do, it's because they're literally running into buildings while everyone else is running out. They're basically the embodiment of courage in a uniform.
Okay, nice. This was my session. I hope you like it. I will bet you with different math session on different topic. तब तक के लिए अल्लाह हाफिज़ पाकिस्तान जिंदाबाद.
That was a great session. I loved the shift to thinking soldiers, firefighters, and nature.